There you go with the spin again. Whack-a-doodle. Anyway, hi guys, how you doing? So I decided to add a prologue to this little video. It's a short one, and I'm proud of myself for that. It's like 16 minutes, and I'm glad I kept it to 16 minutes, at least after the prologue I will be with this. I'm not going to spend that much time. But I wanted to talk for a second about what I'm doing by mentioning the word exercise. Exercise. Yes, what I'm showing in this video is a lick, and I don't like to use the word lick that often, but it is that idea or that very kind of cool little rhythmic thing that you can do in a groove, and if you work on it just a bit, you know, it's a little polyrhythmic thing. You can play it on the gig tonight. I know nobody's got a gig right now, and nobody's got one. A pandemic and all that kind of stuff, but if you had one, you could play that tonight if you work on it just a little bit. But why, at the end, if you notice at this video, I play for like 5 minutes straight, and I do all sorts of permutations, starting on, you know, different numbers, on the one, on the E, on the and, on the da, and the reason for that is facilitation. I use that word in the video quite a bit. The idea is, now listen to this, the idea is, we've said this before, those neural patterns in your brain that help you to, you know, left hand here, right hand here, left leg here, right leg there, help you with the mechanics of playing. You want that to be strong. You want the distance between the idea of what you want to play and the actual doing of it to be short. You want that distance to be short, and you want it to be strong so that you're not in fear when you hear something in your head. Oh, this will work. You know, you think you're playing, this will work good in this tune. And most of our gigs, let's put it this way, if you are a digging in the trenches drummer like I am, you're not rehearsing that much with bands. You're getting on the gig and you're playing a lot of tunes that you've played before, maybe, you know, top 40, classic rock, R&B, and then, you know, occasionally I've been on some higher profile CDs, where you're doing original material, but even that, you know, I'm sort of in the rock blues genre, right? So there may have been rehearsal for the arrangement of the tune, but still while I'm recording, there's a certain amount of that is, what do I want to do? And I don't want to waste a lot of time rehearsing what I want to do, I just want to do it. So I want to hear it in my head, and I want it to happen. And so the way to get that to be really strong, and that's really what a good drummer is, right? They hear these cool little things, little polyrhythms, and they do it, like Vinnie Colaiuta, Steve Gadd, and many of the greats that we talk about. And so for me, I do those exercises because maybe some night I'm going to hear some version of that, and I'm going to be able to just do it without having to think about it that hard. And that's what this is about. That's why, take whatever cool things you like and try to figure out a way to do, if there's something in your playing that you like to do and you do it, if you're in the habit of doing it one specific way, try to do it backwards, sideways, forwards, whatever way you can do it. Split it apart, different drums, so that you gain access to a lot of different sounds and a lot of different mechanics in your head that are ready to go when you need it. Anyway, enjoy this video. This is a really cool little thing, a cool little polyrhythm that if you get it down and you did have a gig this weekend, you can do it tonight. Anyway, here we go. You know, there's one guy on the YouTube, he likes to do that. I don't know. I thought about doing that, but that, you know, it's a genie, Robert Eden. I don't know if that's going to work. So anyway, here we go to the practice room. Welcome back, glad to be back. Hope you had a good holiday and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, this should be a short one, a quickie to some extent, at least compared to the previous videos, the last two. And those two, the reason why I think they were so long, and I generally don't like doing videos that long, is because I was teaching exercises. Exercises to increase facilitation. Because my job as a teacher, really, is to, for all my students, my Zoom ones, my in-person ones, is to, I only have like 2 of those now, but is to help you to teach yourself, give you the tools you need, to give you the facilitation you need to be a good player. And so I try to give you ideas on how you can always expand what you're doing to make it a little harder, to be more interesting, all that kind of stuff. So up to now we've been really focusing on triplets, and it's either been left, right, right, left, right, 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 left, left, right, left, left, or kick right, right if you are left-handed like me, or kick left, left if you're right-handed, with a whole bunch of different symbol permutations and all that kind of stuff. So today we're changing that over to 16th notes from triplets. They've been really, you know, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Today we're going to change that to 16th notes. So, but we're still doing it in threes, right? So now it's 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, right? Now it gets a little interesting, because if you know about 16th notes, 1 quarter note equals 4 16ths, and you've heard this many times: 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, right? 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. So, well, we're going to be melodically grouping that in threes: 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. So watch, it'll take 3 bars of 4/4 to get my bass drum from starting on 1 to be back to 1. So watch. Bar 1, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. 2, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. 3, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. And I'm back to 1. Let's take that the whole thing in context. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. All right, 3 bars to turn around back to 1, and then I added a 4th bar because I think I mentioned before I like to do things in 4-bar phrases, because that's pretty much the pop and the R&B rock thing, and I like to stay in that realm, even though, and I mentioned it before, that could be a plus or a minus, and we'll go into that one day. So let's take that again a little more up to tempo and count it through. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E. Right, now you can see it's something's happening here. So what am I going to do with my other hand? What am I going to do with this hand? I'm going to start with quarter notes here. So this is going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch. Nice and slow so you can see where the hands fall. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 3E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 1. I'm a little confused in the middle doing it so slow. Let me take it up to tempo so you can see. I know. It took a little while to get that together, and I got that together some time ago. But, again, I want to give you the tools to really work that out. So that's kind of cool, and this is, you know, kind of ghosty and kind of, if you were playing a groove. Sounds cool, and that is one good way to do it, and you can stop it anywhere you want. You know, you can just do 1 bar, that kind of stuff. But learning it just that way is not going to give you great facilitation. It's not going to do it. You got to tear it apart, right? So suppose we started that with the bass drum on the E. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, right? Now it changes how my hands and my hi-hat and my feet fall. Let's try it. Little up the tempo. Now you're hearing something. All right, so let's start with the bass drum on the and. So now it's 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. All right? Again, we're changing the permutations and we're changing how my hands are going to fall. So watch. 1. You know, and when I do those 4-bar phrases, because this is really a 3-bar phrase, I've got to modify the 4th bar to make it come out to 1 and sound really, you know, because you remember you're playing with a band, you want to bring that band with you back to 1, even if they got lost during your thing. But you can see, so now I've done several different permutations, and my hands fall at different times, depending whether my hi-hat falls with my foot or my left hand, or, my hi-hat falls with my foot or my right hand. The first of the right hand or the second of the right hand, all that kind of stuff I'm working on. Now we can go to the last of the 16 notes. However, if I go to the da, 1, that's really the same as the first. Since the first one is 1 E and da, I'm really just repeating the first. But we can do it anyway. 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. Up the tempo. So you can see I have all of this kind of stuff to get involved with. And this is a really cool little 4-bar phrase that you can do. You can go up more up tempo if you want. Let's take the first one. Right, it sounds good. Sounds like you really know what you're doing and you're command of the kit, but let's not stop there. Right now we've got 3 limbs operating. I've got my bass drum, I've got my 2 hands. But my right foot, for you, it would be your left foot if you're right-handed, is not doing anything. So suppose I did that old funk thing, you heard Weather Report do it a lot, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I'm opening up the hat on 1, or the downbeats I should say, and I'm closing it on the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you've heard grooves like this. So suppose we did that. So now I've got my 4th limb working. Watch. Again, let's take a little bit of it nice and slow. See where my hands fall. 1 and, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that 4th bar is the same as the first, right? So, and you should go slower than that. I'm trying to save a little time in the video. But let me put that up to tempo. That sounds pretty good, right? It's a really cool little thing. Now you can even move that over to this. Should I say dare? I'm going to say dare. Now, suppose we took that same idea and went through the permutations, starting with the bass drum on the E, and E, all right? Starting with the bass drum on the and, and two, right? And the da really is the same as the first one. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's run through them. Let me groove, because I like to do things in a sentence, I call it, right? So I'm going to start grooving. Not too fast so you can see everything, and so I can talk, because I can't talk when I play that well at all. So a little bit, because on the Carnival Cruise Lines I had sometimes yell out this when I was a music director. So I'm going to take this, right, and then I'm going to start that hi-hat thing with a... And we're going to go for 4 bars with those permutations. So let's start with the first one, the easy one. The bass drum is going to be on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear it? And of course, you've heard me do it faster. It sounds good fast. You know, take it at whatever tempo feels comfortable to you, but push yourself. So now let's try it with the hi-hat, with the bass drum starting on the E. Here we go. Yeah, even that, you know, I haven't done that in a while, and a little, you might not have heard it, but a hair clumsy at the last ending modification. Let's try it again. Here we go. Much better. And you can see, you knew right away, even if you lost count, where the 4 bars were. So now I'm going to put that bass drum on the and. Right, I'm going to start with it on the and. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I like that one the best. Right? So and then there's that final one with the bass drum on the da. Well, really that's the same as the first, right? I'm going to do it anyway for you. And here we go. I gotta start with the bass drum. You know what's weird about it is you're gonna have the bass drum not play one. So that's kind of weird. So it's probably why I would rarely ever use this one. And there you have it. All those permutations, right? And now, what did I gain by that? Am I going to use them all? I said I was doing it. I'm probably not going to use them all. Probably not going to do it, right? But there's something bigger than that. I gained facilitation, right? My neural patterns have learned how to fire in different ways. So if I'm hearing something interesting that is in that family, I can do it. By the way, just to say it, you know, you can also make these 8th notes. Right? Whatever. I happen to like the chord note feel on that, but 8th notes work just as fine. You can do it here too. Or you can do all that kind of stuff. So, what am I doing here? I'm teaching you how to have that facilitation, how to do it, and you're going to come up with stuff that I haven't come up with, that I haven't thought of. And don't just do the one thing. You know, so if it works going down this road, suppose I take it down this road and then take it down that road. Before you know it, your hands and your feet can do whatever you want them to do, whenever you want them to do it, and it's really cool. And you know, when there's even, I think Vinnie Caliuta mentioned it once, it's like a 2-3 month lag between when you learn something and then when you throw it into your grooves and stuff. and you just never know. Anyway, I hope you get something out of this, a way to practice, and this will be the final in that series, doing that little polyrhythm. Very cool. 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 E and the 4 E and the 1, right? You can stop it anywhere you want. You can do all sorts of permutations with it. You can throw it on different drums, whatever you like. Have at it. Have a good time playing drums. See you on the next one.